few weeks back, we reviewed the A121 Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, and it was met with mixed reviews from many critics out there. Guess what? So is the B521. We're going to bring it to you next.
Let's go.
All right, everybody, welcome back to 1090. I am Andy. This is Todd coming at you with another fantastic bourbon review. We're going to go back to the very famous and popular Elijah Craig Barrel Proof series that comes out 3 times a year. A few weeks back, we lined up the A121 against the 3 counterparts from last year from the releases from 2020.
Yep.
Great video. You can go back and check it out there.
Linked right here.
But the 121 was met with some mixed reviews. The next thing that Elijah Craig comes out with happens to be their lowest proof yet at 118.
It goes nuts.
So now people are like, well, no. So all the big barrel proof, like the higher the proof, the better.
It's still
the
118.
Bourbon. Yeah, but you know how some people they love the more horsepower the better. So they get excited. So mixed reviews once again. We do have a sip of the A121 here. Yes. We can give you a little bit of a comparison, but tonight we really want to focus on that B521 to see how that tastes. For those of you who aren't familiar, Elijah Craig releases their barrel proof 3 times a year. The B stands for the second of 3 releases, A, B, and C. The 5 for the month, which is May, and then the year being 21. So we're going to put a nose on this. We're going to taste it, and then we're going to compare. We're going to let you know if we think this is purchase or not, because last year all 3 got purchases from us, and if I remember correctly, the A121 got a pour. So we'll see what happens.
Let's go.
But without further ado, Todd, why don't we get a nose on this, huh?
Let's get a nose. All right, so the nose on this, when you think of Elijah Craig barrel proofs, right? This is the lowest barrel, like you said, barrel proof ever. You know, this is 12 years old, uncut, unfiltered. All of them are like that. But the nose on this doesn't smack you in the face like there's previous barrel proofs, right?
Lie to you, this is a pretty nose.
Right, but there was a big but there. You know, this nose is fantastic. I mean, it's lighter, it's sweet. You know, it's not as much alcohol burn.
I think people get carried away with it. The bigger the better, because you know you have some proofs coming in at 130, 125. 118 is not child's play, you know. And this nose is telling me all the classic bourbon notes are there. The vanilla,
caramel,
the toffee,
caramel. Yeah, it's all there. I think the nose is fantastic.
But this, actually, I think it's a beautiful nose. So I'm really hoping that the palate is going to match that. So
all right, next up. Sandy, the nose we love. Yep. Let's hope the taste follows.
All right, cheers.
Cheers. So Andy, for me, the taste, you know, again, we've seen a lot of mixed reviews on this. Being at 118, I still think it's got a lot of punch there. I don't think it's not as high as some of the maybe 2000s, but for me, I'm still getting that sweet sort of vanilla caramel. I'm even getting some like fruit, like some apple fruit in that.
Well, I remember
some sweetness.
I think I got a lot of apple and pitted fruit on the A.
I'm getting it again.
I'm not getting quite as much on this one, but what I will say,
there's a zest, an apple zest to that.
First of all, I think the 2020s were all really good.
Oh, so yeah.
The bar was kind of high.
Correct.
And I was on the fence with the A121. I really kind of like this. I think this brings it back a little bit to the classic bourbon, like the nose, the classic bourbon nose that you kind of all those flavors you want. There's no surprises there. Same with the taste. It's just a really well balanced, well-rounded bourbon.
I will say this.
I think it's a great pour.
So I don't think the finish is as long as previous barrel proofs from Elijah Craig, which I know is disconcerting to some people. For me, yeah, okay, it's not as long. It's not as, there certainly isn't the cinnamon spice that kind of finishes off. But, you know, this might be good for somebody who is getting into whiskey that is afraid of barrel proofs, right?
I can see that because, you know, it's still very sweet. You've got 78% corn there, but but that rye spice, the 10% rye, that's kind of complementing with the 12% barley, it kind of hits you up front.
Yes, yes.
And that lack of that really long finish, it doesn't bother me. Yes, would I like it to be longer? Of course, but I think it's still a very pretty and balanced whiskey. All right, so before we give you our past purchase report
for B521,
we're gonna do a quick palate cleanse.
Yep.
Let's taste that A121
let's go back
one more time.
Let's do it. All right, so we have the A121 here now, Andy. The nose on this, I tell you what, I like the B521 better. I think it's a little bit softer.
This is a bad nose, but I think
it's a good nose.
And I remember versus last year's lot, this was my least favorite on the nose as well. And
I get some cherries on this. Yeah. All right, but I
get some pitted fruits.
Yeah. So, definitely a longer finish.
Whew. Yeah, it's got a longer finish, but there's
warmer too.
These astringent notes on this one that I really just didn't get with the lot from last year, and it's one of the 19s. I'm going to say consistent. The A121 has been my least favorite so far of the barrel proofs that I've had.
What do you like better?
I'm going to go hands down. I'm going to say
I agree.
The B is better.
I think the B is better than A121.
For the people who are upset because the proof is lower, that's fine. And please comment below. Tell us that we're crazy if you want to.
I like the B521 better.
But yes, when we use the word delicate and pretty and so they had to bribe bourbon, may turn some people off. But me, it may turn some people on too, because I like this. Go ahead. Give us past purchase report.
All right, Andy, so the time, I think we've kind of given it away a little bit, but with the A121, we were saying get a pour of it, right? What do you say for the B521?
I'm going to say if you are someone who just absolutely loves high octane, high horsepower, like just give me the strongest of the strong, maybe you do want to try it first, okay? Maybe you do want to pour. But I think for the majority of bourbon and whiskey drinkers out there who just really like a good dram, this is not going to disappoint. I'm going to buy this. You get this for MSRP,
which is around 60, 70.
65, I think it's worth the pour. There's others in that category that are no better, no worse, and I think this is worth a purchase for me.
I will tell you again. I think this is. Listen, any Elijah Craig barrel proof that comes out, I'm buying. I don't care. But I also think this is something for people who are scared off by those higher proofs, the barrel proofs. I think this is certainly a 100% purchase for them. Try it. I think this is a little bit softer. Everything about it is a little bit brought down in a good way, though. And I think this could work for a lot of people. It's certainly for me a buy. It's a buy all day. I don't think there's gonna be an Elijah Craig barrel proof that I'm not gonna buy.
Well, that's good. Well, heaven help me, happy to hear that.
I'm telling you.
But there's
no way.
I was a pour all day on the A121, and I remain steadfast that my least favorite so far.
I think I said purchase though.
You probably did.
I'll buy anything.
But
I'm a sucker.
But this one I would definitely say go grab. It was really good. But either way, both of us are in agreement. This is a nice pour.
I agree.
So
let us know what you think. I know it's controversial, but we seem to like it better than A121.
I'm hoping in September we we line the three of them up again, and we're gonna say, all right, let's do the 21 lot, because we loved doing that last year with the 20. So in the meantime, if you like what you see from 21090, please hit that subscribe button and click that little bell in the corner. It's gonna let you know every time we got a new video coming out. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Untappd. We go live every Tuesday night, our top 10 with 210. We have on professional chefs, breweries, distilleries. We do our top 10. We give away swag, merch, all kinds of good stuff. We are beta testing the applause button if you do feel so inclined to help contribute to the channel so we can continue to grow and bring good content. We thank those of you who have and those of you who will. And we'll be back again soon. We've got a lot more whiskey and bourbon, beer, music, all kinds of stuff coming up.
Stay tuned.
Very, very soon. So stick with us until
all I have left is A121, so what's that tell you?
You know, should I cuvee? Because I got a little...
Do it, why not? Hey.
We're going to do that. We're on camera.
So guys, let us know what you think of B521.
The two together might be good. We'll see.
Cheers.
Cheers.